A lot will happen in Nigeria. The Father speaks. Tuesday, the 19th of June 2012, 1 o'clock. Obedience, 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 obedience is all I need. Obedience is all the Father needs from all his children. He wants every one of his children to eat. He doesn't want any of them to go hungry. He wants all of them to eat. As you eat, another one eats, everybody will be satisfied. That is what the Father wants. You want to eat, but you don't want another one to eat. That is why you see so much trouble in this world. That is why you see wickedness everywhere. Are you the creator of this earth? Are you the one that owns the earth? The Father created everything surplus for his children to eat. He did not plant only 3 trees of mango so that they will begin to fight over it, rather, he planted many trees to bear fruit for all his children. As the Father plants a seed, the seed becomes a plant becomes a tree bear fruits with seed, and the seeds become plants again. As you eat your fruit, you will throw away the seed, and it'll germinate to bring many fruits. Did the Father do it because of only one person? If he did it because of only one person, that mango tree would not bring out many fruits. If the Father wants just only one person to eat from it, immediately that person finishes eating the fruit. If he throws the seed away, it will not germinate again. However, the Father wants many generations to feed on that one seed. Why did he do it like that? Because he doesn't want anyone to lack any food. As you see that fruit, if you eat it and drink water, that is food for you. That is how the Father created everything for you to eat, so that when you eat it, you will grow, and your spirit will be happy. If the Father is a wicked Father that wants only one person to eat and others should go hungry, why did he do it like that? He could have allowed that mango tree to die after one person has eaten from it. He did it so that everybody will have food to eat. What did he do to manna? What did he say about manna? What kind of instruction did he give? He told everybody to go there and take his or her own portion. That is precisely how the Father wants this earth to be. As you have your individual portion to eat today, let another person have his individual portion to eat as well. Let everybody see his or her own portion to eat. If it's like that, the food will be more than enough for everybody. Nobody will lack any food. There will be a surplus of food everywhere. I am speaking about food now, I have not talked about the house. If you cook a pot of rice, can you finish it? If you take just a little portion, you will keep the rest inside your fridge. You may decide tomorrow not to eat rice. Yesterday, when you ate your own portion of rice and kept the rest in your fridge, somebody was there who had no water to drink. Somebody could have eaten the rice you kept inside your fridge. Now you're tired of eating rice. What happened to the one you kept inside your fridge? It is wasted. But somebody could have eaten that rice and give thanks to his Father. Is that what the Father chose for you? Do you think you'll not pay for that rice you threw away? You are rich, that was why you threw it away. Don't you know your Father will punish you for it? There are millions of the Father's children. If they even see one spoon of that rice to eat, they will be happy. Somebody did what he shouldn't have done because of hunger. Somebody entered where he shouldn't have entered because of hunger. Somebody had an accident because of hunger. But when you ate and had enough, what did you do with the remaining one? The Father hates food to be wasted. That is why he gave them strict instruction in the wilderness. That word, the Bible, you see, everything inside is practical. The Father brought everything from the spiritual to the physical. He brought everything to the physical so that his children would learn. Take the one you can eat, do not keep it overnight. Those who didn't hear, what happened to them? Could they eat it when they kept it overnight? They're now telling me they should not have trouble on this earth. Why won't they have trouble? Why won't you kill yourselves? Because you're far away from the God you're serving. My son, how much do you pay for this house? How much do you earn in a month? After you pay for this house, how much do you have left? You will pay for water and other bills, and then nothing remains. It's as if you're working for your belly every day. The one you eat is your own. Where then is the one you will gather to give somebody close to you? That is suffering. The money you receive is more than okay for you to live with 10 children. If you live in a house where you don't pay too much rent, that money is enough to live with 10 children. I know what I'm saying. With 10 children, the food you buy with that money will still be in the house next month. But what happens to the house? This house was built many years ago. If you look at the time this house was built and the money they used in building it, calculate it now and see how much rent they're taxing people. They built this house with more or less nothing. If you estimate how much they used in building this house, it is more or less nothing in comparison to what they're taxing people now. They built this house many years ago. Are you making the earth a good place or a wicked place for my children to live? It is wickedness. Is that what the Father wants? But the Father did everything good for you so that you can enjoy the Father. There are many things the Father did for His children, but the ones you manufactured by yourself, you put up the price, and you now make everything hard for the children of the Father because of your selfishness, because of your wickedness. Is that what the Father wants? The Father doesn't want it. Do you know why all this is happening? It's because of selfishness. It's because of selfishness. If the Father says no crop will not grow in this land and the crop should go to another land and grow, you know what will happen to this land. You know how they will struggle to eat. If the Father wants it to be like that, can you stay on this earth? Everybody will die. Why will they die? They will die because they cannot afford it. You see what I'm saying? The Father is not a wicked Father. If I think of what my children are doing, if I think of everything, they will not live. Look at the palm of your hands and see how they look alike. How do your fingers look? Are they equal? That is how the Father created this earth. He did not create all of them equally. But the food you eat is what all of you have. You can work for many hours as you like, but let the work you work feed you and feed the next person who is close to you. That is why I did not create everything equally. I created them differently. What you can do, another person cannot do it. What another person can do, the next person cannot do it. You cannot use the little finger to do some things, but you can use the middle finger to do them. That is how the Father created this earth. But you are thinking of yourself alone. Why can't you think of the next person? As we're doing this thing, how are these people feeling? Come to talk about it, we don't even know how this earth come to exist, this ground belongs to our Father, why can't we do everything amicably so that the children of our Father can enjoy their Father? Because our Father is not a wicked Father. If He is a wicked Father, He wouldn't have created everything for us. He is the one that owns everything. If the Father thinks of many things, if He shakes Himself once, everything will destroy. That is why He never sleeps. Nobody can know the nature of the Father. While you're on your bed sleeping, some people are still communicating, and when they call upon the Father, He will answer. If the Father sleeps, can He answer? You can go to your bed and sleep, let your wife call you if you can answer. You cannot hear anything because you're sleeping. Your spirit goes somewhere. The Father never sleeps. If He sleeps, a lot of things will perish. If He sleeps, many things will go wrong on this earth. But the children are very far from what the Father wants. They are very far from what He wants. That is why you see tribulation everywhere. That is why you see trouble everywhere. Why won't they kill themselves? Why won't they bomb somebody's head in the church? My son, I told you a lot of things would happen. Do you think those who are killing them don't know what they're doing? What are you preaching? What are you preaching? Is that how the Father wants the earth to be? When you see the truth, you turn it upside down. What are you saying? You say you're preaching about the Father, you're preaching about the Father selfishly. Do you think those who are doing evil don't know what they're doing? They know what they're doing. Go to a church today and listen to what they're preaching. Leave there, go to another church and listen to what they're preaching. Go to about 3 or 5 churches and compare together what they're preaching. What are they preaching? They are preaching about money. What about the children of the Father that are dying? What about those who are perishing? What about those who have nobody to care for them? But they're preaching about money. Is the Father a wicked Father? But the Father put you there to speak the truth. What are you doing? Are you working for the Father? Are you working for the Father, or you're working for your belly? If your word were clear, if the word you're speaking from your mouth was clear, the word of the Father, the word of holiness, there wouldn't have been any problem. You have 3 things, give the second to the other person, and the third to another person. Oh, these people are the ones that fed me, they are good people. Will somebody come and kill you? Will they come and kill you? They will never come and kill you. You say you're preaching the truth, what you're preaching is not the truth. We too are from the Father, we know what the Word says. They know more than you. They know more than you do because you're a fool. They said the Father chose them. If the Father indeed chose them, those whom the Father chose didn't behave the way these people behave. They know you're in sin and nothing can prevent you because you go far away from the Father. Nobody will rescue them, nobody will save them because they're far away from their Father. They're working for their belly, they're gathering food for their unborn children. What about those who are hungry? You built one house, you built the second, the third, the fourth and the fifth. What about those who don't have a place to lay their head? You now put up the rent so that nobody can afford to even live in one room. You say that is not enough for you, you went there and secured the whole land. You bought the entire land for yourself and fenced it round. Nobody has money to buy any land anymore. Even if they have money, there is no land for them to buy. Oh, that land is for general, don't go there. But the Father created everywhere. You bought the whole land, the money is not even your money, it's the money of everybody. You secured the whole land. Somebody worked hard and planned to secure a land so that he and his family will not pay rent anymore. There is no land for him because General Don't Go There has bought the whole land. You don't dare go there because you will die. Let us continue to suffer. You put up the price so that nobody can afford it. Only those who are your equal, those who steal like you, are the only ones who can afford it. But you say you're preaching the word of the Father, you're inside the Father. Is that what the Father chose? My son, this is an example of what is going on there in Nigeria. I used manna as an example for you. Both the high and lowly went there to take their portion every day. Both Moses and everybody ate the manna together. They did not keep anyone inside the fridge. Did Moses eat any other food at that time? Was it not the same manna he ate? Why didn't I say, Moses, because I chose you, eat something else? Did you hear any story that Moses took more than a whole portion and it didn't turn to maggot? Did you hear it? Can you compare Moses to nowadays president? Can you compare Moses to nowadays king? Which one is the most powerful? Is it not Moses? If Moses had taken more than his portion, it could have turned to a maggot. Why? Because it is the law of the Father. Why then do you think evil will not happen on this earth? Compare the time of Moses to now. None of them is up to the finger of Moses. I use Moses every time as an example because he's my son and I used him mightily. I cannot use him to compare any other person. Moses was a fire. I know what I did in his life. My son, I don't see anybody. Even that time, Moses don't misbehave. I made him the head everywhere. Did you hear he converted somebody's property to his own? Did you hear he took somebody's land? Did you hear he took somebody's wife? Then ask me why evil will not befall them. Why won't evil befall them? Because they're far away from their Father. The Father is the same Father of old. It was the same Father that appeared to Abraham, and he is the same Father that still speaks today. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I created man from my own body. I made them number one among every creature, yet they disappointed me. I am the one that's speaking. I am the one that created man and woman. Without man, there is no woman, and without a woman, there is no man. Without woman, children cannot come, and without a man, children cannot come. Man cannot be pregnant, and woman cannot impregnate herself. Do you think you know more than me? Do you think you know more than me? Why won't evil befall all of you when wickedness opens its mouth everywhere? Why won't evil befall you when wickedness is in their heart? Do you think the Father is the cause of all these? It's not the Father. I told you before it would happen because they've used their hands to cause it. It will happen. It will happen, and they will never understand themselves anymore. I have told you before. Why? Because they neglect the word of the Father. What do you think the devil will do? They are far away from the word of the Father. If there is peace on this earth, will there be any fight? If everybody eats and are happy, they will play together. Will there be a problem? You want to have two things together at the same time. The next person to you has none. You are doing everything wickedly. Oh, I've bought everything, I bought everything. My son, this is what is happening there in Nigeria. I bought everything so that the next person will not see anyone to buy. Are you the owner of this earth? Don't you know what will happen to you? I bought everything, I secured everything. Oh, we're going to the church tomorrow. You are going to the church to hear the word of the Father. Isn't it? You tie your head with that big headgear. If they calculate the cloth you wear alone is more than enough to feed 10 people. If you go there, what are you going there to do? As you're going on your way, if somebody falls and die, you will make your face as if you don't see that person. But you say you're going to the church to praise your Father. Isn't it? As you're going to the church, it's as if you're going to an interview. Your interview begins right from when you leave your door. My son, as many of them are going to the church begins immediately they leave their home, but they don't know. You think you want to hear from your Father when you enter inside the church. What happens from your house to the church? Those you meet on the way is your church. The good you do is your church. If you do good, you will see good. Somebody falls on the way because he doesn't see any food to eat. What do? You turn away your face. The golden chain on your leg alone is more than enough to feed 10 people. You are going to the church to praise your Father. Which Father? Ask me if evil will not befall you. They will cut your hands, they will destroy you, they will kill your children because you are wicked. You are wicked. Why do you gather in the name of the church? Are you serving the Father? Tell me that you're serving the Father, and I will tell you what I want to tell you. Why do you gather? What are you serving? Are you serving the Father, or you're looking for what you want to eat? Why won't evil befall you? Let them serve their Father in their kitchen and let them do good, and they will see how the earth will be. Let all of them remain in their house. Let them scatter around. Let them go back to their house and do good, and they will see how the earth will become. It will be good. Look at your neighbor. Neighbor, have you eaten? I have some food, please take. Let all of them scatter around and begin to do good. They will see how this earth will be. This earth will change in a twinkling of an eye. They are not serving their Father. They are far away from their Father. My son, a lot will happen. Let them go back to their house. Let them enter inside their kitchen and begin to beg the Father for mercy. Oh, Father, have mercy. I know I am going there because of the food I want to eat. I know I am going there because of the cloth I wear. I know I am going there so that they can connect me. I am not going there because of you. If I'm going there because of you, look at my neighbor that cries every day for food, but I have a company and I cannot employ her because I look at her that she's not my caliber, she's not my category. I am not serving you, Father. I don't care either she's a Christian or Muslim. If I can employ her and she's eating well, she will change her mind and become a Christian. Is it not the Father that owns all of you? Why won't they kill them? Why won't they kill them? They will kill them because they're far away from their Father. They are the enemies to those that are killing them. They are the enemies because they're not doing what the Father asked them to do. They, Christians, are the ones the Father have a covenant with, and those who are killing them know. They know. Somebody cannot do you good, and you kill him because of the good he does for you. Nobody can kill you because of the good you do. That is why the Father wants his children to do good. Even if you don't see any food to eat, do good. That good you're doing will take you far because the Father will connect you. He will connect you. You went to meet people in their land. My son, they went to meet people in their land, and those you went there to meet are living inside the tent. My son, open your ears wide and listen to me. They are living inside the tent, and those that went there have mansions. These people count it as nothing as long there is food to put in their mouth. You went there and secured everything. You make life hard for them. They don't count all these as anything. Now, it's like they are fools. You are the wise one. What do you think they will do to you? The Father says we should do good. Let them come and we will accept them. When they come, what happens? You secured all their lands and turned it to estates. What do you want them to do? You now begin to do evil. If you tell them to wait here for you, they will not see you again. You now begin to dribble them. My son, when they're shouting, "Oh, they're killing Christians," they should sit down and think, because all of you are far away from the Father. Whatever you see, you will manage it. Your Father is not a wicked Father. He will never be a wicked Father. Until you do what the Father asked you to do, your death is in your hands. Unless you do it, peace will not reign. My son, what did I ask you to do last year's October? I said all of them that bury money in different accounts should empty those accounts and give it to those who need it. They should scatter the money. Do you think I don't know what I'm doing? They will kill all of them and leave the money. I am the one that's speaking. They know what they've put their hands and they know what they're doing. They will kill them and leave their wealth. Do you think I don't know what I'm saying? I said they should scatter their wealth. You are a pastor, you said they should give you a piece of land. Oh pastor, take this piece of land and begin to praise our Father. What happens by the end of the day? You are a pastor, and you have many mansions. Those who own the land, how many do they have? But you say you're preaching the word of the Father. You begin to lie. You begin to convert people's properties to your own. You now reject the truth you're supposed to preach. What do you think they will do to you? You even taught my children evil. Oh, these people are not good. When my children see them, they'll begin to afraid. Who told you they are not good? Are you doing the will of the Father? If you do the will of the Father, you will know they are good people. Whoever is hungry is also angry. My son, I told you they too are the children of the Father. Is it not the Father that owns them? Anything you see that happened in that book, the Bible, the Almighty Father wanted it to happen. He could have allowed that pregnancy, Hagar, to destroy if he didn't want it to happen. As I chose you, this one will be your rival. The very day you don't do what I ask you to do, they will be the ones to contend with you. Go to my word and see what I said about them. What did I say about them? When the angel appeared to Hagar, what did I say? I said he would be a wild man and that I would make him a great nation. I said his hand would be against every man, and every man's hand would be against him. This will be your rival. I purposely chose you. If you refuse to do what I asked you to do, you will see what will happen to you. Do you think you know more than the Father? The Father is not a wicked Father, and he will never be a wicked Father. When I said I have a covenant with you, what are you supposed to do? You would obey all my word and live just as I asked you to live. Through this, you'll gain the heart of those who don't know me. But you think you're smart. My son, anywhere there is a fight, find out and see what happened. Find out what brought the fight. From the land of Egypt to the wilderness, how many mansions did they have? How much wealth did they have? But the Father fought for all of them. Isn't it? That is why I told you that I seize the money. This money is the power they have. Relax and see. Until all of them change their heart to the Father, evil will continue to befall them. All of them that married women and keep them in a corner, until they come out and reject those women and their polygamous children, you will see what will happen. Who are you deceiving? Who are you deceiving? Who are you deceiving? When they see you that you're converting people's money to your own, what are you preaching? What are you saying? Until they come back to the Father, until they come back to the source, evil will continue to befall them until they come back and become a fool. Until they come back to the Father and forsake all their evil ways, a lot will happen. A lot will happen. There is oppression everywhere. That is why they fought the First and the Second World War. You want to eat, and I should not eat, the Father hates it. That is why the Father folds his hands looking at them. I am the only one who can do it, let me do it alone. Go to my word and check how each king ruled. But you alone want to be everything. As you're doing it, peace does not reign. You forsake the Father that created this earth. You now choose your father and forsake the real Father that owns the earth. There is no solution. If you're looking for a solution, come to the Father. If they come to the Father will now come and fight for them if they purge themselves. You think you will do it and get away with it. What will be the position of your children that are coming? When they don't see any food to eat, where will they enter? They give birth to children every day. Where will they work? Where will they live? When your father has billions of houses, which house will the other one live? You say you will not die. When you go to the grave, will you come back and sell the houses? That is what the devil will use against you. You have committed sin on the ground for your coming generations. Because that land you bought and fenced round, if they kill you and any of your children goes there to claim it, they will kill them as well. This is our land, your father came from the south, this is the north, your father has no land here. This is a generational fight. Until they say, Father, I surrender. Today is what you know, for tomorrow will take care of itself. Nobody will throw away the word of the Father. Now they've killed your father, you too want to go there and claim the land. They will kill you too. If your son goes there again, they will kill him too. It is a generational fight. Until all of them remove their hands from the chains of wealth. As everything is happening around them, those who call themselves my servants, what are they supposed to do? Come, everybody, let us purge ourselves, we have sinned against the Father, let us empty ourselves, begin to confess everything you've done so that the Father can fight for us. But what do? They keep quiet. Moreover, a time is coming, when the fire comes, you will not think of houses or children. You will not remember that you have a piece of land, how much more to build 10 houses. Food in your belly. You have a house to live, you have another house, and people are paying rent for you. You have another one and another one. What are you using the money for? You have one wife at home, and everybody knows you have one wife. But you have chains of 5 women outside producing children for you. You call yourself a man of God, you are a born-again Christian. Is it not the same Father that judged them when he said they shouldn't marry foreign wives and they married them? They denied the wives and children immediately so that they could reconcile with their Father. They returned the wives and their children to where they came from so that they could reconcile with their Father. Is he not the same Father? Is he a liar Father? My son, it's very dangerous for you to know the truth and go another way. Some of them used their sins to rub all my children. As a man of God, the sin you commit will rub your entire congregation because you know the truth. The devil will begin to use it against all of them.